Welcome to the Red Story, and just subscribe so I understand that everything is not in vain. Harry and Irene had been married for 5 years, sharing a cozy home filled with dreams of starting a family. Their laughter echoed through the halls, and their love seemed unbreakable. But as months turned into years with no sign of a child, their hopes began to wane. They consulted doctors, took tests, and tried every method recommended, yet Irene remained unable to conceive. One evening, while Harry was organizing their bathroom cabinet, he discovered a small, unmarked box hidden behind Irene's skincare products. Curious, he opened it and found birth control pills. His heart sank. They had been trying to conceive for 2 years, and yet here were the pills that could prevent it. He felt a storm brewing inside him, a mix of betrayal and confusion. When Irene came home, Harry confronted her. "Irene, I found these," he said, holding up the box. "Why do you have birth control pills?" Irene's face went pale. She stammered, "Harry, I can explain. It's for my hormones. The doctor said it might help regulate them." Harry wanted to believe her, but something in her eyes told him she was hiding the truth. Doubt began to creep into his mind, poisoning the trust he had in their relationship. Determined to find the truth, Harry began to watch Irene closely. She had been spending a lot of time at the clinic, particularly with Dr. Alexander, their family doctor. Harry's suspicions grew when he noticed the way Irene spoke about Dr. Alexander, with a hint of admiration that seemed too personal. Harry decided to hire a private investigator. It felt drastic, but he needed to know if his fears were justified. The investigator, a sharp-eyed man named Tom, assured Harry he would find out the truth. Weeks passed, and Tom provided Harry with detailed reports. Irene and Dr. Alexander were indeed spending a lot of time together, often meeting outside the clinic. The final blow came when Tom handed Harry a USB drive. "You'll want to see this," Tom said, a grim look on his face. Harry watched the video in his study, alone. It showed Irene and Dr. Alexander in a hotel room, their intimacy undeniable. The audio recordings confirmed it. They were having an affair. Harry felt his world shatter. The woman he loved had betrayed him in the most profound way. Anger and sorrow battled within him, but Harry knew he had to act rationally. He consulted a lawyer and began the process of divorce. He would take half of their assets, cancel all shared credit cards, and move his belongings out of their home. It was painful, but necessary. When Harry served Irene with the divorce papers, she was stunned. "Harry, what is this?" she asked, tears welling up in her eyes. "You know what this is, Irene," Harry said, his voice cold. "I know about you and Dr. Alexander." Irene broke down, sobbing uncontrollably. "It wasn't supposed to happen, Harry. I was lonely, and he was there. I'm so sorry." Harry's heart ached, but he remained resolute. "It's too late for apologies, Irene. You've destroyed our marriage." The divorce proceedings were swift. The evidence was overwhelming, and the court granted the divorce without requiring therapy. Irene was left to pick up the pieces of her shattered life. The scandal escalated when the explicit videos leaked online, causing a public uproar. Irene was humiliated, her private disgrace becoming a public spectacle. She had to leave town, unable to face the judgmental eyes of their community. Harry, free from the turmoil, eventually remarried. His new wife, Emma, brought joy back into his life. They started a family, filling their home with the laughter of children. Harry's life was finally filled with happiness and trust once again. Irene, on the other hand, relocated to a small town far away. She tried to rebuild her life, but the shadow of her past loomed large. She found work as a secretary, living a quiet, solitary life. The memories of her affair haunted her, a constant reminder of the life she had ruined. Years later, Irene reached out to Harry. She sent him a letter apologizing for the pain she had caused. "I don't expect forgiveness," she wrote, "but I want you to know that I regret everything. I hope you have found happiness. Harry read the letter, feeling a mix of emotions. He had moved on, but the scars of the past still lingered. He decided not to reply, letting the past stay where it belonged. In the end, both Harry and Irene found their own paths. Harry's life was filled with the love and family he had always wanted. Irene, though marked by her mistakes, found a semblance of peace in her quiet life. The tale of their shattered vows served as a poignant reminder of the fragility of trust and the consequences of betrayal. Years passed, and life continued to unfold in its unpredictable way. Harry and Emma's home was a sanctuary of love and laughter. Their children, a boy and a girl, were the center of their world. Harry often marveled at how far he had come from the days of his heartbreak. Yet, in the quiet moments, he still thought of Irene and the love they had once shared. One summer evening, as the sun set over their garden, Harry received an unexpected visitor. Tom, the private investigator who had once uncovered Irene's affair, stood at his door. "Tom, it's been a long time," Harry said, inviting him in. Tom's face was serious. "Harry, there's something you need to know. It's about Irene." Harry's heart skipped a beat. What's happened? Irene's been diagnosed with a serious illness. She doesn't have much time left. She asked me to find you, Tom explained, handing Harry an address. Harry struggled with the decision for days. Emma, ever supportive, encouraged him to go. "Closure is important, Harry. For both of you," she said gently. Finally, Harry decided to visit Irene. The hospice was a quiet, serene place. He found Irene in a small, sunlit room. She looked frail, a shadow of the vibrant woman he had once known. "Irene," he said softly as he entered. Her eyes lit up with recognition and tears. "Harry, you came." They talked for hours. Irene spoke of her regrets, her loneliness, and the choices that led to their downfall. Harry listened, his heart heavy. Despite the pain she had caused, he saw the woman he had once loved, flawed but deeply human. "I'm sorry, Harry. I truly am," Irene whispered, her voice weak. "I know, Irene. I forgave you a long time ago," Harry replied, feeling a weight lift from his heart. After Irene passed away, Harry felt a strange sense of peace. The chapter of his life with Irene had finally come to a close. He focused on his family, cherishing every moment with Emma and their children. Years later, Harry found himself telling his children about Irene, their real mother. He wanted them to know the truth, the complexities of life and love. They listened, wide-eyed, absorbing the lessons of forgiveness and resilience. One day, Harry received a letter from Irene's lawyer. It was her will. She had left a small trust fund for Harry's children, a gesture of her enduring love and regret. Harry felt a pang of sadness, but also a deep gratitude. Irene had found her way to make amends, even in her absence. As Harry watched his children grow, he often thought of Irene. Her memory became a part of his life's tapestry, a reminder of the pain, the lessons, and the strength that comes from moving forward. Harry's life, marked by heartbreak and healing, was a testament to the power of forgiveness and the human capacity for renewal. He and Emma built a legacy of love and resilience, ensuring their children would carry forward the lessons of their past. And so, life continued, with Harry finding solace in the present and hope in the future. The scars of the past had healed, leaving behind a story of love, loss, and the enduring spirit of redemption. If you leave a comment, tell us what you think about the story you heard. It's important to us and will help us find and tell stories that you find interesting. Thank you for watching us. Psychologist's Perspective. This story highlights the deep emotional impact that infidelity can have on individuals and relationships. From a psychological standpoint, trust is one of the most critical components of any healthy relationship. When trust is broken, as it was in Harry and Irene's case, the effects can be devastating, leading to feelings of betrayal, anger, and profound sadness. Harry's journey through discovering the affair, confronting Irene, and eventually choosing to divorce her is a process many go through when faced with such betrayal. The decision to end the marriage, while painful, was necessary for Harry's emotional healing and well-being. His ability to eventually forgive Irene, even if only internally, is a significant step in his healing process. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing the behavior, but rather letting go of the anger and resentment that can otherwise consume an individual. Irene's actions, though deeply flawed, stem from a place of loneliness and unmet emotional needs. A reminder that communication and connection are vital in maintaining the health of a marriage. Her attempts to make amends at the end of her life show a desire for closure and redemption, which can be a crucial part of the healing process for both parties involved. In the end, this story serves as a reminder that while betrayal can cause deep wounds, it is possible to heal, move forward, and even find new happiness. The importance of forgiveness, not necessarily for the one who wronged us, but for our peace of mind, is a powerful message. Additionally, the role of communication and emotional intimacy in preventing such betrayals is a lesson worth noting for anyone in a relationship.